Thursday morning. It is 57 degrees. It feels a little chillier today, maybe, than it did yesterday. Maybe the humidity's not as high, or I don't know. It just feels a little better this morning than what it did yesterday. Yesterday it felt sticky. And the gas now is $3.99, so I hope I'm not saying I hope we're not the only ones going up. So I just like to note that this is May 5th, 2022, in case 100 years from now somebody's watching this. I'm sure it will be deleted and long gone, and nobody will watch it, but who knows? Who knows? So the makeup today is all Seint, except for the Dior No Powder, and my lipstick is Milani. And I forgot to look at the stupid name. Lord, Vicky, you've got to do better. I'm out of the habit, I guess, of filming these car vlogs. You know, back when I was doing the marathon, it just become a habit. Then I got out of it. I need to get better. And I need to get back to doing more stuff about makeup instead of weather. Although I'm sure by the end of May, I'll be sick of weather. So, just in case you don't know, there were some tornadoes last night. They were in Oklahoma and Texas, in the Texas Panhandle, and in that lower section of Oklahoma. Seminole County, and I know there was a town, and I don't know why I can't remember the name, but anyway, they all start running together after a while. That was beat up pretty bad. I do not know of any. I'm sure there had to be injuries. I have not heard of any kind of fatalities. You know, I was watching several storm chasers because they were all kind of right in their same area. But, you know, the signal started going in and out, so I had to turn it to, well, I kept Ron Hall, y'all, on the TV. And then on my phone and tablet, I was switching backwards and forth. Yes, I'm obsessed. I'm going to admit it. I'm obsessed. I'm addicted. But like Reed's feed, he was up on Facebook, but it still kept going in and out. And, you know, that's a sign that the clouds are covering the signal. Of course, I know y'all know that. I know you're not stupid. But anyway, finally had to turn it to, because I reckon Reed finally just cut it off, because they were trying to get the drone up in the air. He had the drone champion with him, and his wife, and they were trying to get the drone up to get into that one that was more like a dirt NATO, and because it's in the middle field of dirt, that's all it was. And also right at a windmill farm. So they were trying to get the drone up in the air. So I guess they just cut it off because they knew it was not, you know, going right. And then I turned it to Vince Welty, who is also on Ryan's feeds. But now Vince was, his back windshield got blown out. So he was having to worry about that. And then he felt like he was right in the core, and he had to get out, and he was trying to tell everybody to shut up, because he was trying to tell the other storm chasers that because they radio back to each other, you know, we got to get out of here, we got to get out of here. And it was scary. And that's the one time I got a little bit of anxiety watching them, because there were so many storm chasers at that point there. And I'm like, you don't know who's been doing it forever, and you don't, you know, it being live on YouTube now, and, you know, Ryan Hall blowing up on YouTube, you don't know how many amateurs you got out there. People that's never studied meteorology out there. Never took courses on storm chasing, because they do offer storm chasing classes. So you don't know who is experienced, and you don't know what's going to happen. And I think what happens is the amateurs are following the experienced, but it makes the experienced nervous, because they're used to being in their own little bubble, or, you know, not that many. I mean, it was just like if you saw them, I mean, there was cars on the side of the road for miles, it seemed like. It probably wasn't that much, but it was a long way. And I'm like, this is, and maybe it did that way after the movie Twister came out. I don't know. Of course, it wasn't on YouTube then, but I don't know. Anyway, I just know that everybody's after that elusive shot to get it to the networks first. And, I don't understand how the cryptocurrency of art is coming into effect, because I don't understand it all, but I know that's part of it too. People's trying to get those perfect pictures so they can sell them. And, we're not talking $50, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars that people's trying to get for these pictures. And, it's just wild. And I know, we don't really have that many storm chasers to get killed. Now, I know the students that got killed last week, they were on their way back. It was early in the morning, the road was flooded, they hydroplaned, and I reckon a truck hit them. So it wasn't they were in the middle of the chase. We've not had, but when I say we, I mean the United States has only had a few storm chasers over time get killed while they're out chasing. But I think that's going to happen. I'm just afraid it's going to happen this year because there's just too many out there. All right. I'm in Starbucks, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I know y'all probably tired of hearing that. Probably tired of hearing me say that. Make it happen, my watch says. Make it happen. I know I need to make it happen. So how is everybody? Talking about myself so much, or talking about stuff that, well, I say it does mean something in the long run. But anyway, how is your weather? We're supposed to have some storms tomorrow. We did have some in the eastern part of the state and down in Charlotte yesterday that was pretty bad, I think. 60-mile-an-hour winds and some hail. We didn't have anything yesterday. So, anyway, it's that time of the year. It's peak season, as they say. Okay, we'll talk about some new makeup now. Of course, I mentioned I'm wearing all Seint. Mother's Day is this weekend. I haven't bought my mother anything. I don't know what she wants, and I mean, she'll tell me she don't want nothing. I don't know. I'll pick her out something. I usually get her number 7 stuff, but she don't really need anything right now. Number 7 skincare, or she don't wear makeup much anymore, except when she goes out or if somebody's coming to the house. Like this morning, she got to put it on because the physical trainer was coming. Personal trainer, whatever you want to call him. Because she's working with a personal trainer now, which is good. And I don't know what to buy her. Now, this Seint I got on today, I just mixed some colors together. I guess it's all right. We'll see as the day goes on. Okay, what I was going to talk about new makeup. Of course, Too Faced has that chocolate reset or chocolate 2 or whatever it is palette coming out. I'll try to remember to put a picture in here. It looks good. It looks like they took the best colors out of all of them and put them together. And I admit I am very, very tempted. Now, all of my chocolate palettes are old and I would not use them now. Thank you. All right, car, we gotta go. I gotta go to work. Gotta go work. So anyway, let's put on some glasses because we're gonna be going toward the sun. So anyway, I admit I'm tempted with that because I would not use any of my palettes because they're old. And You know, I said I wasn't going to buy any more palettes this year, but, you know, I admit I'm tempted. You know, the minute I say that, then something comes out that I want. So that one's coming out. Then you got Jeffrey's Banana Fetish palette coming out. And of course, I saw where Pat McGrath is suing him for using Fetish. Well, Milani uses Fetish too. Why don't you sue Milani? And maybe they are. It's just they didn't make the news. It was just her and Jeffree Star. You know, Fetish is something that people said for years. I mean, whatever. And what else is coming out? That's about all that I'm remembering. Oh, Charlotte Tilbury's cream bronzer. I admit I'm tempted with that, but it's, you know, it's not going to be cheap. Of course, we know it's not. Package is beautiful. I'm assuming it's refillable. But now I could be wrong. It may not be refillable, but looking at it, I think it looks refillable. Lancome is coming out with that new mascara. And I think I mentioned that in another vlog that I may not have put up. I know I've got a couple here on the phone I've not put up. For one reason or another. Yesterday I just didn't have the time to, and I don't know why my nose started itching when I said that, but I didn't have the time to, well, I guess I could have took the time, but I didn't. I'll put it that way. Every time I started to think about editing, something else come up. Put it that way. Or, you know, putting it together. I don't edit that much. And I know that, you know, some of the other brands is coming out. I know there's something coming out from MAC that was told to be top secret, so I'm not gonna, I just know that, I'm just telling you, there's something coming for them. It's top secret. I mean, I've seen it, but I'm on somebody's Telegram that you get that, and she always puts in there not to share it until, you know. And okay, we're gonna talk about Johnny Depp now and Amber Heard trial. Of course, that doctor yesterday that was on the stand before Amber took the stand. Now, I didn't watch every minute of it, I'll admit. I only watched highlights of it, and that was probably one of the reasons why I didn't ever do the videos, because I was in and out of that when I could be. She definitely was, you know, you could tell she was on Amber's side. Now, of course, Amber got up there, and I thought she put on, you know, an Academy Award performance. You know, I think the relationship was toxic from the beginning. And, you know, what got me was, and I'm just saying this, I did not see all of Johnny's testimony because I didn't come into it till right. He was still on the stand when he come into it. But anyway, there was parts she could remember detail to detail, and then there was parts where I don't know. I don't remember that, or I don't remember all of that. And I'm like, and I know we block out certain things. I know that. I do it. I did it with my childhood. And every once in a while it'll come back. But anyway, and maybe when you're on the stand and you're under pressure, I locked the door. I forgot it wasn't locked. Truck don't automatically lock. Anyway, I don't know what to believe, what she's saying. Like I say, I believe he may have thrown stuff across the room. You know, people do that when they're angry or, you know, on something that they shouldn't be on. But now, you know, if you listen to what the security guards and everybody said, they said that wasn't Johnny. You know, he was always easygoing, and she talks about he would disappear for days and she didn't know where he was. Well, I think that's typical in a beginning of a relationship, especially when they're obviously in another relationship. But I mean, I know he was still with Vanessa maybe. I don't know which one he was with at the time. So, and they hadn't truly separated, but I mean, that stuff just, I believe that, and especially out in Hollywood, I think that's going to happen. I mean, she painted this beautiful picture of him. And, you know, I know that they tried to get it dismissed because of whatever. And that, I think that was to do so Amber wouldn't have to testify. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if it would be hard for me to be on the jury, even though I like Johnny. You know, I think I would have a hard time with this trial when all is said and done, because they're actors. And I wonder who is the better actor. And maybe I analyze it too much. Maybe I analyze it too much. And I mean, she has made me question some of the things, so maybe she's that good of an actress, because she's made me question some of the stuff that's happened. Because you really don't know who is on whose payroll. You know, that one said that he still felt he was on Johnny's payroll, even though he wasn't working for him at the time. So, I mean, you hope they wouldn't lie when they get it there, but, oh Lord, the fresh plant's back to work. Oh, no. Anyway, I just don't, I mean, I think that, I mean, I would say something, well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I mean, I'm going to try to say it as best I can. But she said, Johnny called her a hoe. And to myself, I said, well, isn't that what you are? And I know that's mean. I get it, it's mean. I shouldn't be that way, but I couldn't help it. You know, that bad side of me come out. You know, I used to always say that about myself. I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm just saying that, I mean, people take that word too seriously sometimes, I think. Just like everything else. That's my opinion. I'm going to shut up. Love y'all. Bye.